Manage your research data towards publishing data.
After years of research, Sophia has just finished a new research article and knows that the research data should also be published. Sophia remembers that she can ask for help from her home organization's data support services. They also help in data management planning. The fastest way to get in touch with the data support is with a new chat service. Hey, I would need help with publishing my data. I'm a linguist. You helped me with my data management plan a couple of years ago.
Hi, this is Okko from Data Support Services. I'm glad that you sent a message and that you are publishing your data. How can I help?
We are finally finishing up our research article. Many people have showed interest in it and our research data. What should I consider when publishing my data?
What kind of data do you have? Can you send me your data management plan so that I can give you advice?
Of course. I'm afraid we haven't updated during the project, although we should have. Data management plan is a living document where you describe how you will manage your data throughout the research lifecycle. The data management plan describes what research data that project has and how it will be kept safe, as well as how it is used and stored during the research project, and how to enable the use of data when the project has ended. In addition, the plan describes what tools or services are needed at different life cycle stages of the project. It is also important to agree on data ownership and access rights. With good planning, you will be able to manage the risks associated with your data.
What was the latest version of your dataset?
I'm not quite sure. Maybe I named it Final Version 1 or 1B. It is good to plan version control practices with the research team right from the beginning of the research project. This makes it easy to find different versions of the files and to see the order in which they were created. Clear file naming conventions are important in terms of version control and findability. A good name is unique and describes the contents of the file. It is important to organize and name data files systematically.
Have you backed up the data?
Yes, it's on a T-station maintained by the organization.
Good. Then it has been backed up by our IT services. How is the situation with your data description?
What do you mean?
So is the data described and documented in a way that anyone can understand what it is about?
We have described something by writing things down on Word. Our research assistant at least wrote down the analysis phase. Documentation during the research project is essential in order to ensure that the research is reproducible and that it is possible to verify the results. Documentation is information that makes the data standalone understandable. It is important to document how the data has been prepared for the analysis, what methods and equipment have been used to analyze the data, and how. It is recommended to publish information describing the dataset, such as README files, the analysis codes, and possible data dictionary together with the dataset. In addition, it is good to follow disciplinary practices. For example, use vocabularies and standards to make the data as interoperable and reusable as possible. I'll add more information to the data description the best I can. For the next project, this will also be something to pay attention to already during the project.
Absolutely.
Where should I publish my data?
Primarily, you should always publish your data in a discipline-specific or data type-specific data repository. In other words, in a publication service. If there's no such repository, you can publish your data in a general data repository.
Then I know the right place for my data. My colleague just published there.
The important thing when choosing where to publish your data is that the data gets a permanent identifier and a license that tells how the data can be used. A trustworthy data repository takes into account FAIR principles.
FAIR principles mean that data and related descriptive information, meaning metadata, are findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. FAIR emphasizes data reuse and machine actionability, meaning that data can be found using search engines and directly combined with other similar data. Making research data fair requires well-designed data management and complying with domain-specific practices, such as using vocabularies where possible. Using trusted services in the publishing process helps making data fair. Above all, when data complies with FAIR principles, it is understandable for both machines and humans. I have one more question.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about proposing a dataset for a long-term storage service. I think the data is so valuable that it could be useful for decades to come.
Long-term storage is done through Researchers' Home Organization, so you contacted the right place. Accurate description is particularly important in this case, so that the data and the process by which it was generated can be understood decades from now. You also need to ensure that the storage formats are suitable for long-term preservation.
Okay, good to know. I'll get back to you. Thanks for the advice. Sophia got the dataset published, and it is now possible to cite the data. In fact, she has gained new collaborators and projects she could not even dream of. Thank you for watching.